The song we're going to do right now was released on Christmas Day of 1967 originally. It's written by Boudleaux and Felice Bryan about a beautiful spot just out of Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And on February the 15th, 1982, this song was voted by the General Assembly of Tennessee as one of their official state songs, and we were very fortunate to be the first group to have the first record on this. And since then, it's been recorded over 100 times. And we look back on dear old Rocky Top.
Wish that I was on a Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bill. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top.
What's up, everybody?
I didn't know when to jump in.
I didn't either. I totally forgot. Yeah, we just figured we'd do something
I
weird.
was just going to let y'all just wait and listen to the song.
Jake was having a good moment there. All right.
No,
Yes.
come on. Don't turn it down. We
I
got
gotta-
time.
I-
We
I-
have time. We can talk. I'm sending links. I'm sending links.
Okay. We're sending links.
Tennessee.
Like,
Rocky
it's my
Top,
job, and you push me
Tennessee.
every week.
Listen, y'all sit here while I get everything set up every time. I do
Hey, the
appreciate
Discord dropped that notification fast,
it.
bro.
Did. That did. Definitely, if you're watching this.
I went upstairs and Michael was like laying there on the couch on his iPad, and he's like, "Uncle Jeff, are you about to go potty?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said,
Drop a nuke.
"Okay." And that was my whole interaction. I was like, quality.
I did send this podcast
Cool.
to Jace, even if he watches the first 2 minutes.
It's like both the boys are just like staring up there, staring at me, waiting
Not a
to
quality
answer.
right there.
And I was like, "Yeah."
Gotta go.
All right, I gotta
boys.
fade it out because I gotta get the new music queued up. Or our normal show.
You could just open another tab.
I could, but that's
What's
way too
up?
much. See, we know we're a little late. We're sorry.
Y'all
No, we're
late.
not.
We've been
A
just messing
little.
around,
I
I
honestly.
mean,
We're
technically,
late.
we got a boatload of sun coming in here. We've
We're-
never had this much sun
We're
coming
on,
in.
we're on our own time.
I
That's
missed time.
true. That is true.
It's
Who are
pretty
you to
rough.
say we're late? We're not friends anymore after you dogged me last week.
Fun fact: he has a new driver.
I do not.
Some say.
Golly,
Some would
man.
say he chose.
Rumors have it that he's a Truex
You know-
fan now.
Yeah.
Austin Cindric looking pretty sporty. That'll be the day. Y'all can kick me off the podcast if that happens.
You said
Jake
that
would
before.
love that.
Timestamp that for me.
right there.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
Jake
Jake, are
becoming
you
a
ready?
skinhead fan.
Easy, Jeff.
I think you pronounced Cindric wrong,
Golly,
sir.
bro.
Wowzers.
Oh wow. I am so
Got
dumb.
me.
I sent the wrong link.
Good job. Good
Right.
job, Jake.
I'm shocked
One
JMB
job.
found us.
He probably gets the notifications.
I sent it for the icebergs.
Oh,
Bro, you and your guys' thumbnails are always the same.
That's a 24 car. Mine is a 5.
It's the same.
Spoken like a Hendrick fan.
Facts.
Same card, different
No,
number.
not facts.
Now I'm about to text all these people and be like, yo, wrong
Did you say it's
podcast.
about this sex one?
Text,
Yeah, am I the only one that heard that?
Let's talk about what you said on the podcast last week, Jeff.
Which one?
Which one?
Which thing?
Yeah.
It wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago. But
Whatever.
I know what you're talking about.
Same thing.
I mean, I'll say it right now.
Oh,
No.
No. Jeff,
You've already
Muted,
said
muted,
enough,
muted.
Jeff. God, this guy.
Get us flagged
bro.
before it even starts.
Yeah, I don't need that. We don't need that kind of stuff.
Well, the guys
See,
just
I said it.
stupid.
I didn't say it into the mic that one time.
I'm proud of you.
I cannot believe I sent this.
Does that drink have any
Wrong.
wee in it?
Oh my
Does it have any wee in it? Does that have any wee in it?
What is going on?
The joke is you say, does the drink have any wee in it? And they're like, no. And you just tighten the cap and
I
just
thought you were
chuck
saying something else.
it. You chuck it and go, wee.
All right, let me know when y'all are officially ready.
I think I'm ready. It just says upcoming. Okay, it's working. So, volume.
Oh, yeah. Let me turn on my volume.
Hold on, let me go back to this. I want to check the beginning.
What's up, Jason?
Make sure this beginning is working.
Oh my god.
Is it working? Bring it back. All right, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. The round of 12 has ended, and the wild card round has also come to an end. Kyle Larson has won the race at the Roval, and apparently NASCAR, big surprise, just makes up the rules as we go along. Let's talk about this weekend because we are here for the speed. Apparently Jake had to leave.
Jake's
I'm
out.
DJ. What's up?
He got pissed.
Why?
It was a rough
JFP's
day for
comment.
his best driver,
Oh,
Logano.
I missed that. Okay.
most prized driver.
He said it right. He said it
All
right as it
I'm
was
joined
starting.
by. Start on this side.
Oh, my name's Matt, local Brad Keselowski fan. We suck at road courses. It does continue. Moving forward, we got...
It's Jeff, and I don't change drivers every week.
You know, when a bad day as a Logano fan. I mean, hey, put some respect on Austin Cindric, man. Daytona 500 champion.
RG, we have to let you know that was all Jake's idea. Couldn't tell you. I'm not sure if you noticed why.
It was a good weekend.
Tennessee. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
JFB got jokes, bro.
Went gator hunting.
that's hilarious. All right. So let's talk a little bit. Let's jump into the race. Man, that was it was something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a Roval race.
It was a sign that they need to get rid of the Roval.
I think that's true.
That was my opinion.
Yeah. As much as I think a hot take is that I kind of like the Roval. I don't like this Roval.
You like the concept.
I like the idea of a Roval.
I like the
don't-
Roval on Gen 6. I don't like the Roval
Yeah,
on new car. I don't
that's
like
true,
road
too.
courses on this new car.
See, I like the Roval. I just don't like it in the playoffs. It's just not a fun playoff race for me.
I would rather be on the Charlotte Oval is my problem.
Right, like
That's the issue.
would a solution be to switch them and do because you
No.
can't have the Roval for the
No
Memorial
way.
Day. No, see, yeah, you just
You'd
need
either
two
Just
have-
ovals.
run the oval. The Charlotte is Kansas is really good, but Charlotte is right there.
Yeah.
With one of the best tracks on the circuit right now with how this car races a mile and a half.
Right.
So they either need to add a third date for Charlotte, or they need to take the Roval to a totally different
can't
track.
do
No,
Like,
just get rid of the Roval.
take the Roval to Texas.
This car sucks on road courses. Just
That's
get
right.
rid of them.
I mean, yeah,
DJ's like, let's make the Roval and make it worse. Move it to Texas.
maybe, but Texas kind of sucks anyway.
Roval.
I
Make
think
it worse.
the problem for me,
take the
and maybe
Roval.
we can go into the rating. I mean, the real problem for me, there's too much NASCAR officiating on these road courses,
Oh gosh,
especially
don't
for
even
the
get
playoffs.
started on that.
I mean, we saw controversy and drama yesterday,
Yep.
and then we have controversy and drama today.
Yep.
Like, it's just too much. Like, I just want a straight up clean race. Like, you already have Talladega, and then it'd be different. Like, if they didn't get rid of the curb, which we'll go into, but like, if there wasn't changes made at the bottom of the ninth inning before the race,
That's
like
yeah.
that's
Part of what ticks me off is the fact that literally NASCAR, especially in light of everything, so we'll kind of get into it a little bit deeper, but just deciding to like, hey, we're going to change some of the conditions of the track. Oh yeah, tomorrow, like for the race today. Like
Yeah.
it came out like this morning.
we'll
that they
dig
changed
into it. Yeah.
So like stuff like that, NASCAR clearly just is making everything up as they go along at this point. So there's that. Let's go ahead and jump into ratings really quick. Let's start with Jeff, and we'll move around and end on Matt. Jeff, what do you think?
I'm going to give it like 6.5. I wasn't a fan. I'm just not a fan of the Roval, but I'm trying to not let my bias get in the way
Like
of
super
it.
dog it. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it just wasn't a good race, even if I liked the Roval. I wasn't a big fan. It was just kind of boring, kind of slow. Yeah. I mean, there were some exciting parts, but yeah, just wasn't very good in my opinion. But what about Matt?
Jake? Oh, Jake.
Okay.
I'm reading these
Okay,
comments.
jeez.
Oh my god.
Stop reading comments.
I'm agreeing with Jeff. I'm like a 6. There was moments that were good and entertaining, and we saw in stage 1 we saw some different strategy where you didn't just pit right before the end of the stage. Some guys were pitting like 10 laps before the stage, 7 laps before the stage, trying to try some different stuff with tires. So like there was some light at the end of the tunnel. But then after the late Austin Dillon deal, which we'll go into, it just kind of singled out and just. I don't know. Just like it had moments. It
Yeah.
wasn't as egregious as everybody thought it was going to be, but it definitely had some of it. But I don't know. I give it like a 6.
I'm gonna give it a 5. And the only reason I'm giving it a 5 is because it was a cutoff race. I think if there wasn't a cutoff race, this would have been like a 3 or a 4.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah, if you didn't have that cutoff drama, yeah.
I mean, if you didn't have the playoff cutoff, all that stuff
One real pass for the lead, and
Yeah.
it was on lap what?
early.
Probably
First
40?
10 laps.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, no,
Larson.
SVG was up there.
Yeah, he led for a while.
SVG led for pretty much the whole
First
beginning.
stage.
And then
And then
Reddick.
Larson-
I'm not
pretty much-
counting when people pitted ahead of the stage ending. I'm counting like a real
I think Larson
pass for the
pretty
lead. There
much
was really only
led
one.
it from stage 2 forward.
Yeah.
Which nothing
Yeah.
wrong, like he had a great car.
He was
it was
insane.
a rocket ship. He had position. It's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately how it is. I was gonna throw my rating in there. I was gonna have it right around a 5. So I would say it's very neutral. The drivers I wanted to move forward. The
Well,
drivers I
with the
wanted
exception
eliminated.
of one. You did have one you wanted out.
Oh yeah, I wanted Hamlin out. That's just personal. It's a grudge. I'm not all in.
RG,
I want him to be all out.
crunching numbers.
Unfortunately, we're at the point where like the next races Hamlin should be like really good at.
Yeah.
So let's see like if he can be really good at those races. So
Yeah,
he should.
I think his time to get cut has long gone, unless there's just an upset winner, which I just don't see it in the next 3 races.
Just a hater, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll take it. I'll wear it. That's fine.
we're sitting at what, about a 5.5 then?
Yeah, right around.
That's
I think it was very neutral.
Yeah.
We got a 5.8 in the chat and a 6.342 1 and 1/8.
One
That's what I
eight.
was saying. RG out here crunching numbers.
Very
Just a Larson
specific.
fan.
Well, RG, one of these days you're gonna have to give us your formula here because clearly you've got it something worked out.
What was yours?
5?
5.
Yeah.
All right,
So we're sitting right at about 5.5 overall. So let's start talking about the weekend. We'll start with Cup. Practice and qualifying. SVG sweeps the pole. Both poles. Yeah,
Poles.
both poles.
Saturday
pole
and
man.
Sunday.
Yeah, he likes the polls. And Tyler Reddick, very, very close. I was really. Did I get
No, Matt's over here, pole man.
Oh man.
and then, but no, Tyler Reddick, man, he was putting a show on too because
Oh yeah.
he was
close.
There was a point where I was like, dude, this man might beat SVG up for the pole.
Yeah.
How close was it? I missed the
Was
end of qualifying.
Oh, like a 10th or something.
If that, maybe
It was
probably less, half of a tenth.
It was
You know,
close.
Yeah.
Point
And nobody,
004.
everybody else was like multiple tenths away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was close.
He was the only one close enough.
Yeah. So that was wild.
What do y'all think about the 2 practice sessions today or this weekend?
I think it was needed
Yeah.
for sure.
With
I
that
didn't
spec-
get to watch them. I was just busy at home.
It was a
I
little
like
weird.
I liked the better the 50-minute practice session for Xfinity with everybody. Or maybe not like I like how Xfinity had 50 minutes this weekend.
yeah.
Or whatever it was, maybe 45.
It was really
close.
confusing to me because I was watching it and I'm like, okay, they're practicing. And then they go in. And then they're practicing. And then they're practicing again. And then they're practicing it because they had it in
Yeah.
2 groups. And
Why
so
not
it was-
just do one group 50 minutes?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Or what is it? It was 4 20-minute sessions?
I saw. Yeah,
it 20 minutes?
It was like 20 minutes. Yeah. So why not? That's
I
what was
didn't- I
weird.
didn't
Yeah.
get to watch
Just do 1
Hour.
What is that?
Hour and 20?
Just do 40.
Yeah.
1 40-minute. That's the same amount of time per car. So
Yeah, exactly. So just do
I mean,
that.
I like the Xfinity getting more time, and I hope they stick with this
Well-
because the Xfinity guys need more time.
Yeah.
The only thing is, they're probably reason that they had it. I'd say you need to give them probably an hour because the 40-minute, they did have time in between there to kind of tweak their cars a little bit here and there. if
That's
they
a
need
good point too. Maybe do a 30 and a 30
to. Or something. Yeah, just and have
with,
everyone
with a 20-minute break in between, 15-minute break.
something.
Put
That
you a
was,
bunch of commercials right there or something,
I thought it was a little odd, but
or interview drivers or whatever. Something. I think there's this weekend's schedule kind of show like there's some things they can do, but at the same time, is that much practice time what led to a lack of passing and a domination by Kyle Larson? Because he was not the guy to beat in practice.
not even close. Well, I
don't
should
think
say not
so.
close. He was a top 10 car, but that was about
Yeah,
it.
but he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
Lights
his
out.
top 5 I'm sorry, his 5-lap and 10-lap averages
Nowhere
were not the guy, and he was the guy pretty much from the beginning.
Time of day? No, it was about the same time of day. It was the middle of
Similar.
the
I
day,
mean,
yeah.
earlier, a couple hours earlier,
Yeah.
but similar.
So
No, I think Larson, honestly, he got into a rhythm.
Maybe.
He figured out what he needed with the car, got into a rhythm, and he was gone.
good pit stops. They didn't
Yeah.
make mistakes. They didn't get caught
Yeah, no
jumping
mistakes.
a curb
No.
or anything like that.
He just,
Well, Hendrick wasn't going to get called anyways. but-
No, of course not.
no. How would they?
So speaking of that, what do you guys think of the new layout? Overall, the new layout. Yes or no?
I'm a fan.
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely better. I like
Better, but still, let's go to the other new layout, which is the oval.
the traditional.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
I got an idea. Let's go back
Since
to the
we're doing
really
a bunch of throwback races, we might as well throw it back to the oval in the fall race.
right.
It was chaos. That was.
Hey, if Rockingham can come back, so can the Charlotte Fall Oval race.
At
It
this
was
hope.
chaos that was fun to watch and be a part of, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's still manufactured chaos. It's not.
It
Yeah.
really was.
So
There was-
it's kind of like,
And there wasn't like any attrition either. You didn't
Ah.
have like guys that like there were guys out there that was staying out, and everything, and they weren't really that much slower than everybody
Except
else.
not really. Joy.
Once the tires got hot,
Yeah, they were all basically the same.
Bro,
no,
just blows up.
it took like 20, 30 laps. And then, we started seeing Logano really struggling and getting passed
Yeah.
by guys that took new tires. But, I mean, there's like a significant amount of lap difference on those tires.
Yeah. And I mean, I think turn 7, I liked turn 7 overall. You know, that was chaos corner basically, and I think that was good. Made a lot of good passing zones.
That was actually legitimate passing.
That
game.
actually was a good change.
Yeah.
I don't like what they did at the front stretch chicane.
Well, there's a couple things there. What don't you like? The redesign or what they did with the turtles? Because we can go into it.
A little bit of everything there. So my problem with it is I don't like the whole track limits thing.
I don't like track limits either.
Yeah, I think
balls and strikes do not belong in NASCAR.
I think if you hit a wall, then you're done. Like, I mean, it's obvious. Like, you hit a wall, you have damage, whatever. You need to have something like that.
You
out
have
there.
exceeded track limits if you have touched a wall.
Yeah,
You're there.
Yeah.
exactly. So that's how I think it should be. I think if you are relying on somebody to call it from a booth and watch that corner the entire time, one, that seems incredibly inefficient, and two, they're gonna miss things. They're gonna miss it, and then NASCAR is gonna get blamed.
You mean
for
like Saturday?
Oh, you mean like today?
What about Saturday when there's a car stuffed under the barrier and they didn't notice it for 20 seconds?
Oh yeah, we haven't even got to the Xfinity race. Yeah, that whole catastrophe.
There's they missed the whole door foam on Ricky Stenhouse last week. They said they didn't even know about it. Reporters were asking them. They're like, "Oh, we didn't even see that," and it was obvious.
Yeah,
Very obvious.
And
especially
then
when you have
yesterday
cameras.
we have a car stuck underneath the tire barrier that's extremely obvious, and we don't get a caution until
I think they
very
clocked
last minute,
it. I think it was 30 seconds.
It was at
So-
least 30.
how
said it was
can
30
you
seconds.
expect NASCAR to officiate that exactly right? That just doesn't seem, not with 40 cars going around every single lap.
My thing with the whole car and tire barrier is their excuse was that they couldn't see it, but TV saw it because I saw it well in enough time to be watching, saying, "When's the caution coming?"
They
out?
were
When's it
coming. They were not even to the backstretch chicane when TV started showing it.
And
the leaders.
and the jumbotron had it on because fans of the track saw it.
Yeah.
So how is NASCAR not seeing this? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, man.
It
I couldn't
seems
tell you.
to and what was
I
worse
think
was
they got
watching
AI
it
up there.
to literally see Parker what looked like cross the finish line and then the yellow get dropped.
I was
seemed-
mad about that too.
That looked like it was about to be like, "Are you serious? You waited for him to cross the finish line just to throw the yellow?"
Yeah, I was mad about that too.
So
I was mad both ways.
I will say credit for them for saying no. It was before and not letting it go that way because at least then we got to
At least you didn't give the underdog a win.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt bad for Parker because man, the guy deserved it. Like I mean, he was
No,
running
because
great.
I disagree with you there because it should have been a caution
I agreed.
15
Agreed.
seconds ago.
Agreed.
It just, when they called it, it was heartbreaking.
Well, especially because he's like
You're like,
thinking
he's
won.
there, he's going to get it.
He's
and
won.
Then, no.
His team's already
The
celebrating.
lights, they showed the lights coming on before the car from that straight on shot
Yeah.
from pit road, but the other angles, like up like in the
time of
stands,
caution.
they do not. No, not the time of caution, but like the other, like just regular TV camera.
Yeah.
By the time it picks up the lights, he is clearly passed.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the time of caution stamp, like
Yeah.
you said, and then that one camera angle from pit road,
Mm-hmm.
both of those show before he crosses the line.
Yeah, and
but
the
the other lights go
Did not.
after.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just I have to,
What are we doing?
It's like
I don't know.
like Jeff always says, he has trust issues with NASCAR. NASCAR
Yeah.
gives us trust issues.
I just figured it was some kind of fan experience now where you can like call in or text in and you can call a race. So I figured there was like a fan
You know
up
what?
there.
That's probably a better
And
option
they're
than
like,
what we've got going on.
I don't know. Is Parker going to win it? No. Press the button.
I mean, NASCAR's so money
It was
hungry.
probably
it's
a
like,
vote option on the.
On the Jumbotron.
Should this be a caution? Like, scan the QR code.
NASCAR's so money hungry. They just they give away decisions to the highest bidder. Like highest bidder gets to make the decision on what happens.
I don't doubt it anymore, unfortunately. I didn't
No.
think it was this egregious until after the Olympic break. After the Olympic break, it's almost like every race has
Yes,
controversy.
major
some
problem.
kind of drama.
Like, I don't
I
know
felt like
who
they were
they lost.
They were doing great before then.
Yeah.
Things are going like, man, okay, they're turning the page. Things are going good, and it has fallen apart.
I don't know what's happened. I don't know who they fired. They must have fired someone. Someone bigger. and
I
important.
don't know. But yeah, so I mean, they do that. Then they take out. They announced this morning that they take out the turtles on the front stretch chicane because drivers were complaining. Now,
I agree
Based off of
with
their
taking it
statements.
off. I mean, there was some pretty open statements by Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch saying like hitting these are the worst things we've hit in NASCAR.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if we got to do this for 106 laps, it's going to be unbearable.
Don't hit it.
I agree, but then you're slow. Then you're slow.
What do you want to do?
Lower the bumps. Put a wall.
Put a wall is probably the
Put a
only way
wall.
to do it.
Right.
I mean,
Take out the
if we
chicane.
want to talk about not
Just
having
have the
track
circle
limits,
go fully around.
You could absolutely 100% build a temporary wall there for
You can do tires or something.
not,
Anyway,
not even that.
so they took off.
No, because that doesn't work. Because remember at Sonoma, they used to have the tires in the last corner, turn 11
Yeah.
or 12, whichever one it is. And the teams would slowly keep pushing the tires away.
Yeah, but yeah,
That's the
You'd
problem.
have to put an immovable object.
yeah.
You'd have to.
Well, they tried that with Bubba Wallace, and he just destroyed
You
that
could just
bear.
put Brad there. Just park him there all raised.
He'd probably
I mean,
finish about as
that's
good
the
as he
answer,
normally
though.
does.
If you want to if you want to be opposed to, like boundaries and stuff like that, like track limits and stuff, the way you do that is just build a wall. Either build a wall where you
And
don't
have-
want them to
and
race.
have Mexico pay for it.
Yeah, reduce. Dang,
Have 2311 pay for it.
DJ owned one today.
It's probably part of the lawsuit.
Probably.
It's probably part of the charter agreement.
But like you got to either reduce the amount of racing surface that you allow them to have, or you just kind of don't enforce it anymore. But like that's the way to fix it. Either way,
I just don't want
But-
anything on the track purposely that is going to hurt the drivers. That's just
I
not
agree.
fair.
I agree.
Because then Kyle Busch, they even
No, I
talked
agree
about
with
Kyle
that.
Busch, and they said, "Well, what are you going to do about it?" He's like, "I can't do anything. I sign my life away. This is what I do." Like,
Yeah.
granted, it is your career. That's what you did, but those contracts are so lucrative. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, you have to.
You know,
It's
It
like
just sucks.
watching two flips at Daytona. They're still going to go balls out. The last green white
That's what I
checker.
got to do.
You know?
I can't be scared today and not tomorrow. You know, it's one
Yeah.
of those things.
I think they just got to do something different because the track limits is just garbage.
It doesn't work at Coda. Didn't work here. I don't think it's a good play. I mean, I think they had the right idea of, hey, let's put something like turtles there so that way they don't drive over it. But drivers are like, no, if it's faster, I'm going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's clearly faster. So clearly we need to come up with a better design or something.
Can we? I want to answer this question in the chat. He says, "Why is Parker? I'm assuming Parker Kligerman retiring. You think he lost his right? I don't think so. From what I understood, what I read is basically he drove that car for not very much money. He brought the sponsorship, a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it, and he was making a very low salary. And what I understand is if he goes to TV, which sounds like he is, it's going to be a better deal. He's going to make more money.
Probably.
I
That-
enjoy
that's
him
what-
on
that's
I,
what
would,
it has.
I wouldn't be
podcasting,
surprised
too.
if he
I do
ends up.
too.
He's a good broadcaster.
Oh, yeah. I
Track
think,
is wet.
the trick is
I think he's going to probably, he might have some kind of deal with Amazon or TNT or something like that coming up. Who knows? We don't know that for sure, but that's the
Or he could
good
be
option.
going with
Back to
with
NBC.
NBC losing Dale Jr. for sure, and then maybe like what you said, Amazon or TNT maybe stealing some other talent.
Yeah.
He could be getting a more serious role at NBC.
knows?
Could
Yeah.
be going to Fox. I mean, who knows?
Yep.
I got a feeling he's doing something. I mean, he may be going into some kind of production element with NASCAR because NASCAR is
Maybe.
trying to grow that
Yeah, that's
internally as well. So
That's possible.
I think
So-
there's opportunities for him that are better than racing right now.
So I got a note in here that Logano apparently is still in owner's points. I don't know what that's
Yeah.
for.
He said that.
So he's
He said
eliminated
that-
from the playoffs, but he's not eliminated from driver points. I don't know. I got to look at
He
that.
was saying in his interview that he's still competing for like the owners' championship.
I looked at it.
And
The
the
only
money.
one that it could be would be Kyle Larson, but he has so many points. There's no way Kyle Larson's eliminated because he has a waiver.
Yeah,
I don't-
I
yeah.
couldn't tell you. I don't know
know.
how any of it works. As he said, it's time to confuse the fans a little bit more. At least I'm still in the owners' playoffs.
I've been trying
like,
to keep an
okay.
eye on
I
Twitter to
agree with
see what's the explanation of that, and I haven't seen anybody post it yet.
I don't know. That was kind of weird. Brad and Chastain wrecked about 17 times each in the race. I can tell Matt wrote that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
It was a rough day for me
it
and Matt.
was, it
Our,
was.
our favorite driver was.
Listen,
drivers
Chastain's supposed to be
rough.
better. I know Brad sucks at a road course. All right, I don't know what it is.
I mean, we got wrecked
I
like
saw he
freaking
got-
4 times
Correction. Jake's favorite driver today.
today.
Yeah.
Today.
Anyway, no, I saw he was in the top 4, and I'm like, this is a problem. This
Yeah.
is not going to work.
Yeah,
for Brad.
not a good day. So that was the funniest moment of the whole day was we were watching from, I think it was NASCAR turn 4, so that coming into the chicane on the front stretch.
Yeah.
And there was this big plume of smoke going into the chicane, and Matt's just like,
I know where Brad is."
I know where Brad is. And then the camera cuts to the front stretch. It was
And
Brad.
it's Brad.
That was the funniest moment ever. So moving on into stage 1, just kind of hitting the highlights. Reddick stays out and gets a stage win. Not a lot of passing throughout stage 1 in general.
There really wasn't. I mean, I was trying to keep track of some of our
There was
higher
not
end
a lot of
drivers.
movement.
There really wasn't. I mean,
Even-
1 or 2 spots here or there. The only reason I think Reddick got it this stage win is because he
Stayed
just
out.
chose to stay out, which was a great play for him because he got 10 points automatically there.
That won him the race, or got him into the playoffs.
Right? If that's how the points actually work, like you got 10 points there, boom, you're right in.
Yeah,
So smart move.
that was good. Bubba Wallace gets penalized for cutting the corner, and nobody else did. I thought I heard
Truex
other
did
people.
too.
Truex.
Did he? I didn't see anything on TV.
They didn't really show it, but they said it.
And then
And
everyone queued up
Hamlin,
on the mic.
yeah, everybody was warning that a couple people got busted and Levin's name was in the hat.
Yeah.
But not the 24 who was
Clearly
one car
cut
behind him.
No, he was touching the red and white.
No, he wasn't. There's pure video proof
Bro.
of it. But whatever.
So what was it with the 24? It was that as long as one of the wheels is touching.
Neither were. But
Yeah, I know,
I
but
guess that's
that
the
was-
rule. I don't know.
Well, that was I think
It's
what
what
they
the
were saying.
fan up top in the booth said.
I'm
so.
right. Man,
He was a 24 fan.
so many cars I saw on TV that were like obvious. I think they missed it. I'm like, I can see blue on the left side of the car.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well,
there's no way.
Chase
Like, I thought the
Elliott-
rule was if your left sides go over the white and red, you're out.
Chase Elliott.
But then
had
NASCAR's like, oh no, as long as you're at least touching white or red with one of the wheels, you're fine. Like, I don't know, dude.
it
It's-
doesn't
Yeah.
work, man. Come on.
That's why I'm saying this
If
track
you
limit
can-
thing doesn't work.
Yeah, I hate it. I really do. Hey, if they're side by side door banging, how do you know if he's over the line or not? If you can't see.
I do have to say Chase Elliott. He came on. He's like, I can't physically see it. They're all the same
You
level
couldn't
now.
see it.
And you have the sun glaring on them,
With
and they're
tire.
rubberized with the tires.
Yep.
Like you can't
You
see,
can't see it.
where the line is anymore.
You
I'm
can't
like,
see it until
that's
like
a big
literally
problem.
driving.
Or
driving
well, I mean,
over it.
like even if let's say you're right on somebody's bumper, I mean, like you can't see those lines.
No.
No.
So I mean, and that's what happened at Coda. I mean, if you're following someone through an S and stuff like that, how are you supposed to know where those lines are?
No, you
Put
can't.
walls up.
Or even you know
You can
those
see walls.
You know those little plastic things, those little yellow cones they put up on the highway
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
put something up there so that way at least if you hit it, it would like move or something.
Yeah, I didn't like the other thing about the track limits or the chicanes. Some people were getting forced out, and some people didn't have to stop, and other people did.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
so
what
it's
is up
kinda
with
weird.
that?
Suarez got forced in
Suarez-
on the back one, and he stopped, but they were saying that he probably didn't
No,
have to.
nobody who forced somebody else out had to stop.
Yeah.
No.
That if you force somebody below the double yellow line at
That was a
Talladega or
Suarez
Daytona, it's a
problem.
penalty.
Well, Suarez, I think they said he chose to do it. He wasn't.
They
yeah,
said he did on his own
but
accord.
who
but
was
the
it?
14
Who was it?
who pushed him out
Suarez.
there,
Should
No
have been
penalty.
penalized. Yeah.
no penalty for the 14 who
Yeah.
pushed him out there.
So you
right.
can send a guy
Gave him no
airborne
room.
over curbs, no penalty.
No.
Yeah.
That's trash.
That's
put
how
a,
it works.
Put a wall there, because if there's a wall there, you're not going to push a guy out because he's going to crash right into you.
Right.
Yep.
He's going to let's start putting some walls up, please.
Yes, I completely
Spend a few $1,000s, put some walls up.
Yeah, it'd probably be more than a few thousand,
You
but
could
I don't
probably
care.
just put spike strips. That
Yes.
would work. That'll fix the problem.
I like this. Spike strips. we
Golly.
got it. NASCAR, we got the answer.
Spike strips would
Come on.
work.
Cheaper.
Probably.
Or hey, you can put up like a line. And if they go over the line, it's like a kill switch on the motor for 10 seconds.
Stop.
Oh, man.
Like a magnet.
It's like my automatic gate or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. That's
All right,
wild.
Or you can just do
So,
like on the surfaces that you don't want them to race, just throw a bag of tacks or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. So just
Wait, have someone waiting and just
Hey, this is
Come
the
around the corner.
opportunity for our sprinklers.
right?
Completely wet the non-raceable
oh
surfaces.
god.
oh gosh,
I think
you
they
put
really.
French drains around the outside so it only keeps the water in that section.
that's
Build
automatic
a moat.
ARCA brakes waiting to
Build
happen.
moats around the turn.
I know you get the turtles to hold the water in.
Oh, it's a moat. It's perfect.
A moat.
moat.
It's like speaking of someone that's dealt with hurricanes. It's like sandbags. We'll be fine.
I think they do just have to do something. Track limits suck. Everybody
Something.
hates it. It's not like 100% accurate. Like the pit road speed and all that is 100% accurate. That is not. So
JFB spike strips, aka the old Iowa surface. Yes, basically. All right, so let's see. Moving on, where are we at? We're in stage
Stage two.
2 now. So we have an early wreck where Reddick decides to just door Hamlin, his boss, for some reason.
he's just
Launching
trying to
his
get that
car up in
corner,
the air.
man.
that was wild.
That was
trying to get
Bro,
nuts.
that
turn.
car launched in the rear.
That was weird.
It looked
That
like
just-
something you see up in the ghetto with the
Oh,
a
what do they
donk?
call that? Like
Donk?
The hydraulics.
yeah, like the hydraulics,
Hydraulic.
like the dude. That was wild.
That was insane.
Did you see the 7 just
cholo
plow into the
stuff.
back of him and
Yeah,
just,
he just
floored
kept
it?
on going. Yeah, just like, I don't care if you're
It's
wrecking,
like a
I'm going
typical
through.
Florida driver.
Very typical.
Hit and run.
It looks good.
Perfectly legal in turn 7.
It's perfectly fine. Several drivers had to drive back through the field, the 45, the 13, the 16, from the rear to the field, just because there was a lot of chaos at the beginning of that stage.
Hey, hats off to the 45 after that wreck with Denny Hamlin. Do they fix that car without going a lap down?
Yeah.
That was impressive.
I don't know how they did. They just caught
Pretty
good
wild.
cautions
And it was
at good times.
decent enough. If he had good track position. I don't know. Definitely didn't have winning speed, but decent enough.
Yeah.
Made it into the, I mean,
He transferred.
there's like probably like 3 or 4 moments of the race for the 45 car today
Yeah.
that,
It was
that
either-
got them into the next round.
It was super broken and they just somehow miraculously fixed it, or it just maybe they got it down pit road and it's like maybe this isn't as broken as we thought it was or something like that.
I think they said like they
But-
fixed it the first time, and then they're like, we think the toe link is bent, but if you can suffer for another 7 laps, we'll come down again,
Yeah.
fix it. And
Yeah.
so they kind of like fixed it halfway and then fixed it again. And
I mean, especially on a road course like the Roval, it's like, I mean, you're probably not going to get lapped unless it's like really bad and you stay there for a while.
fun fact,
But-
that's also his nickname.
In the chat?
In the
Ooh,
chat.
hey, easy now.
Reddick drank a white monster during the 3rd stage. Like I said, that's his nickname as well.
Hit
I
the
just
white,
call him the Lucky Leprechaun. Man.
white monster and hit the vape real quick.
Right.
Pop in a zinc.
So we go through
Doesn't he
there.
have the nicotine commercial?
yeah.
The pouches or whatever?
Yeah,
I think he takes bath salts. Too.
Gave him upper decky.
in
Smell salts,
in
smelling
stage 2,
That's
Chastain.
probably was. He probably got down there and fixed toe link. Give me a packet of Zen or whatever that brand is.
Right. Chastain,
Put a good dip in.
Chastain
Start
gets
the day.
wrecked by anyone that was behind him. I don't know.
that was egregious.
Dude, everyone was like, it was like,
he got
okay,
spun
finally.
out, I think 4 times this race.
Was it?
Like,
But was it because of
Truex
Chastain?
once. Oh no! Well, Truex shipped it
Brad-
into
Yeah, he did.
7,
I think Brad definitely.
and they got
wrecked him.
spun at the front stretch, and dude, it was ridiculous. And then Brad got it a few
I think
times.
Briscoe was there.
77 spun Brad out twice.
Yeah. He had a target, man.
Yeah. No, so
Not
yeah,
much respect out there today.
Not,
huh?
not for anybody. 14 was struggling to make any gains. Ends up with a DNF by the end of the
Yeah, what's
the day.
up? The 14. He
I
had
missed what it
something
was
going
that
on.
Broken
happened.
steering
Broke his
steering
steering.
rack.
That's what it was.
Yep.
And then
He had to contact. He was part of that 45 wreck, right? Or no, he
Yeah.
was part of something. 45, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think I don't know. They showed it, but it looked like he kind of maybe hit the wall or something, like very shortly after that. And I think that's what broke the steering rack.
Something, yeah.
He said he couldn't turn the car right,
Ty-
which he
I don't-
could before.
Did you hear anything about Ty Gibbs?
No, he just
He drove
DNF'd.
Transmission.
Transmission.
Ah, typical Toyota. Must be the
Something.
playoffs.
I think he's just a young kid, choked,
Oh, you think he just
dropped it in
shifted?
the wrong gear.
Yeah, maybe.
Could have been. So moving on into stage 3, we have Austin Dillon losing a tire. Always good for a caution. That
A
man.
wheel.
Sorry, a wheel.
The whole wheel.
He lost
That's a
everything.
big difference.
Yes, it was huge.
So is his like crew chief ejected for the whole rest of the season?
Two races, half the
Oh, it's not
rest
4.
of the
I
season.
thought it was 4.
No, they changed it to 2.
Oh,
yeah, they brought it
So
down.
Grace.
the jack man, the tire changer, and the crew chief all have a 2-week vacation before the end of the year.
nice. See you in Martinsville.
All the other crew chiefs are probably jealous.
Right?
They're probably like, "Hey, we're done. We're 34th in points. Just
It's fine.
leave that thing off."
We'll do this in Homestead.
Yeah, it'll be okay. And then we have Reddick and Logano, or Reddick in, Logano out. So honestly, that was probably one of the best parts about the whole race was
That
following
was
Reddick.
the saving grace for the
Yeah,
end. Yes.
like being able to watch him like fight through the field. Logano trying to hold on. That
Yeah,
was
you
great.
kind of pointed it out, Jake. Logano just lost his braking. That's what
yeah,
killed
he
his
couldn't
race.
drive in at all. His brake pads,
had
his
the
brake
ex-
pedal must have been going soft.
He had the speed in
Yeah.
the corners. He had the short run.
The short run and the acceleration out of the apex.
but he couldn't brake.
He could
to
not
save-
break in.
He
would
was
lose
breaking
car lengths,
He was breaking 50, almost 75 feet
before anybody else.
before anyone.
which we
I'm
heard
like, oh, that's
quite a few
wild.
people. Bowman also had a problem with brakes. There's a few people with having problems with brakes.
Bowman,
Yeah.
the Bowman trains. crashing.
We're doing just
We're
fine.
going right on down.
Oh, hold on. Jake's got to put on his Bowman hat.
I'll give him a shirt. No,
So moving.
y'all
to-
act like I ain't been rooting
Contrary
for
to
Bowman
popular
since he got
belief,
in
there's
the car.
actually a trunk
Jake, we have
underneath the
something we can-
table that houses all of his stuff, and
All
they
the
change
merch.
it depending on all the merch, just ready to go.
Jake, we actually have
It's
one
like
thing.
3 drivers.
We have one thing we can dog on you about, so we're just gonna run this dry.
that's fair.
We got like 5 more podcasts.
All right. So Larson basically holds the lead.
I told you you're gonna burn that shirt.
I'm
So-
gonna wear it when he wins the championship in Phoenix.
So Larson,
his year,
No,
baby.
he's gonna be wearing a
Sorry,
shirt, and then
No, you're not.
that person's gonna be in first, and then someone else is gonna pass him for the
Chastain.
lead and win the
This is
championship.
switch.
and he's gonna be switch it out real quick,
Like the
Swap
office.
hats.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
I think I did that
Swap
one race.
out
I was
real
wearing like a
quick.
Brad shirt
and
and
you
then
pulled it
Brad
off.
wrecked.
It was the Thanks Ross shirt.
Yeah, then I threw off the shirt. It was the Thanks Ross shirt because Ross
And-
wrecked some.
and then Jake's gonna be like, I knew he was gonna win the whole time. Like I knew it the whole time.
Shut up, man. Moving on.
Never a
All right.
doubt in my mind.
So Larson holds the lead. Nobody even gets close. That was wild.
It's true. It's true. I mean, it like typical Larson fashion. He just dominated
All of a
once
sudden-
he got the lead.
All of a sudden, it was like, oh yeah, I want to win this race.
How does he lead 50 laps with no competition and not get completely bored out of his mind?
He probably was. Did you hear him in his interview? Like,
yeah.
This is great.
He's driving? And he's
Can't
just
wait to
like,
do this tomorrow
sitting- Is,
or
is,
next
is
week.
Larson gonna start like reading books while he drives just to try to make it
My
interesting?
macchiato.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes,
it's
this
just
is
a
my
tea or
macchiato.
something.
The exact same.
Makes you wonder. Maybe,
was crazy,
You know,
man.
I'm gonna start a petition. We need to have him drink like at least 5 beers before the start of each race.
That's the only way to be fair.
What's the
As
only
a-
way to slow him down?
We're not promoting drinking and driving.
It's
but,
a close.
you know,
It's a close track.
It's
It's
closed
okay.
circuit.
Yeah.
oh, okay, then I'm all about it.
Is there any rule against it? I mean,
That would
honestly,
actually be a great race if all the drivers had a freaking shotgun 3 beers.
No, just Kyle Larson.
50
It's a
lap
It's
run.
the handicap.
50 all-star race. New rule format.
Oh God,
50 laps.
y'all.
Yo, that would be legit.
I'm actually about it.
Oh my god.
Ben Rhodes would probably win the race.
Yeah,
That'd be hilarious.
yeah, and depending on how you drive, the next race you get a beer penalty. Like you have to chug that many beers before you start the next race.
Stop making rules.
That would be
You're
fun.
just like the NASCAR officials.
No, every pit
Yes.
stop.
exactly.
You get a new cup. It's no waters. The beer.
just a giant beer.
Oh, it'd be
Nice little
hilarious.
mixer.
So, yes, Bell had a really solid day.
Yes.
RG. Yep.
Yeah.
I
I
think-
think,
started-
He's starting to get a little bit hotter every week.
yep.
Yep.
He's starting to. He's probably, in my opinion, probably top 5 or 6 in speed. And
You
he's
think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Talladega, hard to say, but I mean, good speed today. Been good on the mile and a half. So I think.
I think he.
If we're
didn't
talking
he
about
win?
individual drivers, why don't we just go over the playoffs?
Yeah, you want to
thing?
go over playoffs?
Yeah.
All right, so round of 8. So we had eliminated was Austin Cindric, Daniel Suarez, Chase Briscoe, and Joey Logano.
Yep.
They are out.
3 of those were obvious.
Won't miss any of them.
Get them out of here.
Logano.
Now we're down to the real 8. See, it's not everybody. Kyle Larson in first place with a plus 33 point advantage. 5 extra points is going to help a lot. I mean,
Yep.
he's still almost a full race above and going into the final round. Dude,
Yep.
and we're going to what? Mile and a half, and half
Short
mile.
track.
Who won Martinsville this spring? Wasn't it him?
It was a Hendrick, I think.
It was
It
Hendrick.
was the 24, I think.
I think
Was
it
it
was
the
the
24?
24. Yeah.
But then he was
It
still
was
top
all
3.
the red cars, right?
yeah,
yeah.
it was
24 won it. It was that beautiful red flame.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
money.
But then you had Larson finish second or third. I mean, Larson's almost a lot.
Well, it was 1, 2, 3, 5 at
Yeah.
Martinsville.
Yep.
Something like that, yeah. So I think Larson's a lock. But anyways, Christopher Bell is second in points, plus 13. Tyler Reddick is plus 10 at 3, and third, excuse me. William Byron is fourth with plus 4, not much. Ryan Blaney is minus 4 in fifth. Denny Hamlin is minus 8 and 6. Chase Elliott is minus 9. And Alex Bowman in 8th place is minus 16.
This is a solid eight drivers.
Yeah.
Minus 16.
Besides a Larson win,
tight race.
as far as points, coming into this race, Alex Bowman has been scoring the most points out of any other driver
saw
in this
that.
playoffs.
I saw that.
So if anybody's going to be able to point his way in, it might be Bowman.
So we might see Hendrick 1, 2, 3. 4.
It is probably more possible to see an entire team sweep the playoffs than
Yeah.
ever.
Can you
I mean, it
imagine?
is so
Hendrick's half the field
unlikely,
right now.
but it is more possible than ever before.
If you want NASCAR to change their rules, this is how you do it. I'm telling
Hey.
you, going into the championship race at Phoenix and having one team have 1, 2, 3, 4, NASCAR will heavily consider
Well, that's
changing
what
some
that's what
kind
they
of
kept
rules.
trying to
Yep.
do with Jimmy.
That's where they're going to do the limit of 3 teams.
And they will,
yeah.
if that happens,
But they
Yeah.
can't.
no, if
Hendrick's
that
already
happens,
in.
they will make Hendrick go down to 3. If they get 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think,
They're
well, what's
just gonna take it
interesting,
away.
I mean, they
For
did
what
it
it's-
with,
have to
they
make
did
them
it with
sell it.
Roush.
Well, they did it with Jimmy too.
Yeah,
When
that-
he kept
that's
winning,
true.
He kept
But
winning
that was
all
before
those
charters were a
championships,
whole
and they kept changing the rules.
So that's true too. But they did with Roush. They had 5 cars
And
and
they
they
made
made them
them.
cut them down to 4.
That's what I'm saying. They've done it before. Granted, without
But
charters.
you didn't have charters, so
Yeah,
you have a
same.
lot of money. This is the first time Hendrick has ever been all 4 cars in the round of 8,
Oh,
which
really?
was kind of surprising. I would have thought
No,
Differently,
someone always
but-
craps the bed sometimes.
typically Bowman.
Typically.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Bowman or Junior.
Yeah.
Did that,
I'm just being real.
did that hurt? Did that hurt, Jake?
Nah, I like the underdog. That's why I'm a Tennessee fan.
He likes a lot of drivers.
Oh my god. All right, so
gosh.
who do
I
you
don't
guys
think
got?
Jeff likes anybody. He
So-
comes here just to take a nap.
So let's do our top 4. Let's do our top.
Sleepy,
Not always true.
man. Let him
This is a
Let's
boring
do,
race.
Stop! Let's do our top 4. Jeez.
Jeez.
I can't keep y'all focused. I'm going to
who
start
we
yelling
think?
at you
Who we
like my
think
kids.
advances?
Yes.
All right, you
Brad.
first.
Why do you got to make me go first?
It's your idea.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
This
All
wasn't
right,
part of
so
the
I got
plan.
Larson. I got Byron.
Don't
I
steal
got
my sheet. Get your
Bell.
own. Home.
And I have Reddick. I'm sticking to my original 4. I'm not deviating.
I don't even remember my 4.
Oh no, I wrote them down. I'm pretty sure these were the 4. I'm pretty sure. I think I might have had
Just
Blaney
get it
in there.
tattooed.
I think I had Blaney in there somewhere. Anyway, Byron, Larson, Bell, Reddick. Because I am picking off of drivers that I realistically think will win one of these next races.
All right,
I really
Jeff.
do.
I'm gonna go Larson, Byron, Bell, and then if he points his way, keeps driving the way he is, I'm going Bowman.
I
Final
like
4.
it.
Boom.
But I think that the Toyotas, like Reddick, barely made it today. Denny Hamlin was only like 7 points above today, as opposed to like the other guys.
No,
going-
actually, big facts. Well,
Like-
excluding Christopher Bell, yeah, Toyota almost choked out
excluding
completely.
yeah. So it's kind of like one of those. They barely made it like the last 2 rounds. So I don't think they're gonna survive another
I think
one.
he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win
Bell
Phoenix.
might pull it off.
Yeah, he might.
I
I
think
think he's
Bell's
gonna
got
win
a shot.
Phoenix, or
Unless
he's
his
gonna
brakes
win Homestead. I see Tyler Reddick winning one of those 2 races.
Tyler
So-
Reddick
so
is
could-
Tyler
so-
Reddick and Kyle
Thank you,
Larson are the favorites
JFB.
going into
Bell
Homestead
is
for sure.
probably
down.
Bell's probably a 3rd place in that.
Me or you.
I'll go. I'll do Larson, Bell, Reddick, and Hamlin.
I like it.
the complete opposite of West.
Yep, exactly.
I will go Larson. Man,
Just
Larson, Bowman because of the points. Hamlin, Byron.
Okay.
Although it's hard not to pick Ryan Blaney to back it up because
It
he's
is hard.
literally on this very similar trajectory as last year.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
God,
It's
I'm
hard.
getting deja vu.
But
I mean,
think-
realistically, from first to last, you only have like 50-something points, 49 points.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
Nah.
It's about
Not a lot.
That's part of it, but it's about momentum too. Like I'm saying,
Who
like
has
Bell,
momentum?
Bell, as opposed
true.
compared to the other Toyota drivers.
Bell, Bowman, I would say has
Reddick's
a
on
little
a hot-
momentum. Chase Elliott doesn't have a whole lot.
That's what I'm
Reddick doesn't
saying.
have a lot.
Man, he's got to be feeling good after today.
He good.
He's got to be
It's
feeling
not
good.
momentum, but like he barely made it.
Where's he?
Again,
where's
literally
he in the
barely
standing,
made
though?
it.
Where's he in the standing? Is he in
Plus
the cut?
10 points.
He's good.
Okay, whatever.
Nah, he's good, man. That's positive.
Who's your
energy.
championship pick right now?
Ooh, champ pick Bell.
Jeff, quick.
Larson.
DJ.
Bell.
Denny Hamlin.
Golly, man.
I knew it.
Gross.
I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it if he wins. That's gonna be my favorite episode of the year.
Ugh,
That
I might
answer
just
gave
take
me a
off.
heart.
I'll see you guys at Christmas.
I might be like, I'm sick. See
I'm
y'all
sick.
next year.
I'm sick.
All right, let's hit Xfinity real quick because there's some stuff to talk about there.
Really not. There's just
There
the
was
big
one
controversy.
controversy.
The big crash
Yeah, so let's hit
Oh,
the other
yeah.
stuff
out of
real
turn
quick.
16. The big crash. was
Before
pretty
we,
interesting.
yeah, so there was a huge wreck there. Let's go to that.
Riley Herb spins and half the field piles into him.
I guess they saw Talladega and said we can do that too.
That was way too. That race was just way too long to be an Xfinity race.
That was a
It
long,
was.
race,
long
man.
freaking Xfinity race. It felt like almost as long as the
Yeah, it
race
was
today.
what? It was 2 hours and change, and this
Yeah.
was 3 hours and a few
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Something like that. So Jesse Love was just deciding to run over
Dude, he was a
everybody.
menace.
Dude, he I think he was on the Ross Chastain Don't Give an F tour
Yeah.
because that he was running into
Must
everybody.
be part of the Chevy development plan.
Maybe as they come in, they
RCR
calm
plan.
down.
It all changed once Kyle Busch got
Getting to the end of the race, SVG decides to stay out on a late caution and not take tires and not fight through the field. Big
Yeah, what was
mistake.
up with that?
Pain.
What
I
was
don't
up with
know.
that? So,
was pain.
so
Well,
our-
what I heard is they thought more people were going to stay out, and not
and
that many people stay
SVG
out.
specifically said he didn't
It's-
want to be
it's-
back
it's
in the
a-
mix.
You know, darn if you do, darn if you don't.
Yep.
Kind of, if
Yeah.
you're the leader, everybody's going to do the opposite of you. So,
Of
there's,
course.
like, what are you going to do?
so you want to be second?
So,
Yep. So the biggest thing is the car or the yellow that basically happens on the last lap or the lap before the last lap on the white flag. So we kind of talked about it earlier. I don't know how NASCAR screwed this up because you have a car go into a tire barrier. He didn't just go into it. He went under it.
He crawled out the other side of the tires.
Yeah, he crawled out on the other side of the tires. The car is not coming out. So if NASCAR tried to use the excuse of, well, we wanted to see if he would get it going, there was no getting it going. It was lodged under the barriers.
Yeah.
It's not getting
I'm
anywhere.
going to throw this out there. I think NASCAR just hit it too soon. I think they were planning on calling the caution soon as the white flag hit, and whoever pushed that button pushed it just 1 millisecond too soon.
You don't think they wanted a late race caution?
Nope. I think they wanted the white flag because it was getting dark. And obviously today they said they will not run this race in the dark.
I was shocked.
Right?
Which is weird. Like, why?
They might not have the lights
Honestly,
on the infield.
You want to say the Roval run it at night?
That'd be cool.
That
That
would be
would be
interesting.
cool.
I don't know if they have lights on the infield, though.
They could.
I mean,
They
No, it
could.
wouldn't be
I
that.
just don't
You
know
would
if they
not
have it.
need that much temporary lighting with the entire racetrack also being lit.
They
Just add it to the tab with the walls.
Yeah.
I think this call came down to whoever was there was waiting for the white flag, and he just pressed it a millisecond too soon.
That's your you really think so?
I really do.
Interesting.
maybe. I don't know. I mean, it makes as much sense.
I don't
as
give
anything
NASCAR that much credit. I don't think they're smart enough to do that.
else. No,
Not
I-
anymore.
they're
I
like-
mean, I kind of give you that.
I think they're like, something
Oh.
happened over there.
Are those?
Oh, there's a car in there. Caution. Oh, wow, look, the leader.
Is that the white flag?
Was that the white flag?
Is that the white flag? What lap are we on?
That's what, dude. It felt like that because
Jim France, is it over?
I mean,
I
it was
don't know,
it was
man.
a
Say what you want,
solid.
but they've done this twice now.
It was a solid 30 seconds because as soon as you see the car, it's obvious that it's going to be a caution. The tire barrier has completely moved into the
What
racing
car
line.
has ever made it out of the tire barrier beyond the windshield?
No one.
almost
None.
none. Even those.
can't. It's too
even
bad.
I
at
think
the
they
windshield.
really just didn't see it.
Oh, I'm sure they didn't. But how do you not see it? How do you not have a official on the inside of that turn watching?
Budget cuts.
No, yeah. Remember, did you listen to David Hoots on Dale Jr.?
No, I didn't,
They
actually.
cut 50 employees or something like that
Yeah, 50 or 60 employees the same day. It was the 2019
a couple of years ago,
Daytona
Really?
500.
which is when the officiating started having all these problems.
You know what? That's a good
Race
point.
call
Yeah.
officiating.
Yeah.
That's a really
They
good
fired
point.
all the senior execs. It was wild.
That's
And they
interesting.
said, you can come and do the Daytona 500, but after that, your services are not needed.
Interesting.
It was a good interview. It was a very good interview.
I'll have to listen to that one.
They should do like Monster
It
Jam,
was
just
long.
leave the car in
2.5
the
hours.
tire barrier.
Yeah.
Just leave it over there. They run into it. They run into it.
Whatever.
I don't know. I just,
The driver has to sit there the whole race.
I'm just tired of,
Literally lap 2. It's fine. Just leave it.
I'm just tired of NASCAR like
Softer
just
than a concrete
making-
wall.
Are you done?
Yeah.
I'm just tired of NASCAR making up
DJ's
everything as they
on
go
one
along.
today, man.
Dude, no, I am not. Y'all are
DJ's
on
on
another
one.
world. You know, have no idea how hard it is to bring you on today.
I keep the spiciness on the live before we start the show. You've been just going on this whole time,
Maybe.
bro.
Anywho,
It's the hurricane energy.
I'm
Y'all
just
should have
tired
heard
of
Jeff
talking
before
about
this
officiating.
podcast. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I kept it there.
It's
I didn't
on,
bring it on
it's
the
on
show.
Barely.
YouTube. It's
Barely.
on YouTube. Everyone can
You ever
see
see
it.
like a lady walking her dog on the beach? And it's like a Rottweiler. She's barely hanging on. That's like us trying to hold Jeff back before we go live.
It's not even true.
All right, Jeff, get it
It's
out.
not-
Get it out now.
If y'all knew some of the things these gentlemen have said.
That's true.
No, sir.
All right, let's do this before we go into our NAS news section. So I had a fun experience this week and bought some diecast.
did you?
Are we
Yeah,
done with
yeah.
that?
Yeah, well, let's go there before we jump into the
All right.
the weekend up. So
Yeah.
here, let me do the story for. Well, no, go. Let's
It's
do the
not
review.
your diecast, DJ's.
Oh, I'll do that.
I've been pulling it every
He
time.
has. All right, so this
No,
one.
I wanna
this
pull
is. I have a story, but here's the
All
one.
at the same time. We just pull it flat.
Here we go. Whoosh. Ah, yeah.
What is it? Oh.
That is
what?
a Tony
That's
Stewart,
sweet.
and I believe that is his car from winning the championship.
That's pretty fire.
I think I could be wrong, but if
I love
not, it's
Tony
That's
pretty
back
close.
before you had to sell the deck lid. There's no
Right?
sponsor on there.
So okay, so here's the funny story. So this is not the car that started it.
Zoom, zoom.
The car that started it is actually this car, which I'll show you guys.
Hey, you
here.
gonna leave that here?
No.
Boom, car go fast.
So I was on Facebook Marketplace, was not looking for a diecast, but I saw one, and I didn't realize that was ready to be opened.
It's a lead.
It is, and
Set
I
it
saw
there and then.
I saw this car. So this car, oh yeah, you guys won't be able to see it. I saw this elite.
It's not
car
about us. It's about them.
and reached Good point. Reached out to them and said, hey, and anyway.
Actually, no, you're right. All right, let's open it.
DJ, this is the car you went to go get originally.
This one was. The
That
Elite,
one.
The Elite.
Okay.
So I saw
Elite.
it was a pretty good deal, and I was like, okay, cool. And they were like, hey, check out my page because I'm selling some other NASCAR stuff, and let me know. They had 10 diecast total. I bought them all.
DJ.
No, let me tell y'all how this text went. DJ goes, "Hey, I got some diecast this week to reveal on the show." We're like, "Oh, cool. What'd you get?" And he's like, "I bought 10."
Dang, bro.
I went a little crazy,
Relax.
but I was
Sold the family farm or what?
No, I just went ahead because I was like, hey, if I buy all of them, will you give me a better deal? And they did, so that was cool.
You do have some other cool ones. We have to reveal them on the show.
Yeah,
throughout the
we'll
week.
probably do it here and there, but I didn't want to take the time to reveal all 10. So this was the one that started it. That one was one that I just thought was cool. It was kind of a unique
No,
one.
that is
We
beautiful.
don't have a
That's a
Tony
classic paint scheme.
Very
right there. I mean,
classic.
orange and white. How could it be wrong?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one's- you know
Tony
that one's an
Stewart's
Elite, right?
Always
Yeah.
been a fan.
Okay.
Stewart. It doesn't
those
say
schemes.
it's an Elite, but
The steering wheel moves and everything.
all right.
Yeah.
Woo. So this is a Dale Jr. 3.
The Dale Jr. 3?
This is a Dale Jr.
This
Yeah.
is his Bush days.
back in the bush.
Oh,
That's the car back when I
99.
hey, tell me, bro.
Huh?
How much?
Well,
No, sell it to me.
oh no.
It's that or
You
leave
got-
it
you
here.
got- You got your Dale phone.
how much were they asking for this? Just this piece.
That one I think it was a 50, and we in 50 or no, it was either 50 or 40, and I got them down to 30.
I love the chrome finish.
So not bad.
Nice.
Yeah, the chrome finish looks
For an
really
Elite,
cool.
that's pretty cool.
So that's what started it. Bought them all. Bought a bunch of other ones and stuff like that we'll probably slowly show on the
Yeah,
show
you can
here
see
and there.
the suspension on it.
Yeah.
But that's the one that started it. And fun fact, talked to them, really great people. It was the lady that was selling them to me. They were all her grandfather's diecast. So they're older and like
Show and tell.
99, 95, 2005 I think is
I
the
wanna
most
get-
Let me
recent
see that
one.
box.
I don't want to
yeah.
get fingerprints
that
on
one.
it.
That one.
This is just the
Yeah, I just want to see what it is.
Stop throwing
Excuse me.
things. Golly.
Yeah,
And,
this is the Elites
Hamlin
before
fan.
the.
This is a 1999, one of 8,500.
Yeah,
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
this is one of the Elites before they started making the wheels move and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
That's a good
super
one. That's
cool.
old school, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get
The
fingerprints
Tony
on
Stewart is a 2005 Champion Edition. Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's right. There's a sticker.
I'm a Brad fan.
The so yeah, some of them are pretty sweet. Like I said, we'll show them all here and there, but
Wow. Hey, the Tony Stewart's one of 520.
I saw that.
That's
I thought,
dope.
I thought that was pretty cool. So
Yeah,
yeah, super
that's
cool.
a
I haven't
piece.
gone through heavily and checked out the value or anything like that. It is kind of funny seeing a Joe Gibbs car and it's a Chevy.
No, I'd say based off of
Yeah,
the other
right?
ones that we saw, I
Yeah.
think you did pretty good.
the pre Kyle days.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Golly, bro,
pretty
that-
sweet.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, they came. Some of them turned out kind of cool. Some of the I won't reveal them because I don't want to ruin that
Yeah,
because we'll probably
we'll
show
save
them
'em.
later.
Here you go, Donald.
Thank you, sir.
A box.
You have one too? No.
I have 10 also. They're all Brad.
So anyway, yeah, it was their grandfather's. So I thought it was kind of cool that I was like, hey man, they're going to be on the show and stuff. Told them about our podcast and stuff. So
Hopefully they're watching.
Yeah, if you're watching, let us know in the chat. Super cool. Thank you guys. I did send them the link to the show.
Who sold
maybe
the
they were the ones arguing with us
family
earlier. I don't know.
diecast?
That'd be kind of funny.
Who wants to make a bet that RG is looking at diecast right now?
Probably.
Probably.
Probably
He probably tuned right out.
right.
He's like, oh my gosh, they're catching
I
up.
told him, I was like, the only way, because he's like, bro, it's bad. I'm spending way too much money on diecast. I was like, hey, the only way to save money is to go to iRacing.
No, it's don't listen to that advice.
I mean, it's just not as bad.
The iRacing's
You
a
have
buy
to
once,
buy
cry
each
once.
track, each car.
Yeah,
kinda
but once you spend a couple hundred,
It's solid.
I haven't bought anything on iRacing in like a year,
That's fair.
and I
All right.
race a lot.
So yeah. So anyway, so those are mine. So I thought those were kind of
Good
cool.
job,
That
DJ.
is really
Yeah.
cool.
Solid,
Super sweet.
solid
Good
picks.
choices.
Um,
Good choices.
I feel like you're like, man, I want that one.
Was that here in town?
Yeah, like
Oh, okay.
Orlando. I had to drive to the other side of Orlando to get them.
So
but
you
also-
saw a Dale Jr. diecast, and you didn't let me know. You just got it for yourself.
He bought. You have like.
I told it was an Elite.
Brutal.
I saw that there was a Dale Jr. Elite 3, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. And then the rest just kind of got sucked in, and I got sucked.
I
into
actually
them all.
really do love that Tony Stewart.
The Tony Stewart
the
looks good.
nostalgia hits hard.
It looks good. It
Yeah.
looks real good.
So
actually.
you guys didn't watch racing when he ran that?
No.
You did. Yeah. So the nostalgia on
that's what I
that
was
is like
saying.
hard, bro.
That's what I was saying. It's like, that's super cool because that's just old school.
So when
Old
I
school
really started
Joe
becoming a
Gibbs.
race fan, I went when I was a little kid, but when I really started becoming a race fan was when Dale Jr. was running this.
That's cool.
And then, Dale Sr. was running, obviously, the Black 3, and then Dale Jr. started running that.
Yep.
And so I was like, well, my dad likes the Senior. I'll root for the son, whatever. So, that is
yeah.
bro, memory lane right there.
That was the coolest thing about
I'm
him, too.
actually surprised I don't have a Dale Sr. or a Dale Jr. AC
Yeah.
Delco.
Well, see, that's what I thought was cool about a lot of these, because a lot of these were from, the newest one was 05, which I think is the Tony Stewart one. The oldest ones that I got in
That's
this
the newest
collection.
one?
Yeah.
20 years?
Yeah. And so the oldest one I think was a 98 or a 99. So
I mean, that's a 99, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, that's super cool that, it was an older one. Obviously we could get newer ones and stuff, but I was
Well taken care
kinda
of.
cool. Yeah.
20 years old.
They were
Yeah.
they still have all
20
the
plus
boxes,
years old.
all the boxes. They were all still in there. They still had the little bag that they sit
Yep,
in.
yep.
So definitely taken care of.
Super cool.
All right, so let's move on to our NAS news section. This is where we go over some of the different news things that have happened. Do we have any updates with the lawsuit?
There is a little bit from last week. Are y'all up to speed or no?
Not
You want me
yet.
to take
A
it?
little bit.
Yeah, you might as well.
Go
All
ahead.
right, so
Did NASCAR respond? I think
no,
that was the only thing.
NASCAR has still not responded. The only thing is they're supposed to do the injunction meeting, which would allow 2311 to sign the charter agreement without, with still being allowed to pursue their lawsuit. That's supposed to be on October 16th. NASCAR has asked for a extension on that because of the hurricane, which is kind of fair.
Their
Because the
office-
Daytona office has been closed pretty much all week,
Yeah.
for the most part. So we have that. That's one piece of news. The other really big piece of news is the letters that Denny Hamlin sent NASCAR, 2311. Not really
Oh, I
Denny
did read
Hamlin.
those.
Yes. They sent them a letter. NASCAR, Steve Phillips also responded. Those letters are very long, a lot of information. Basically, 2311, mainly Denny Hamlin, Michael Jordan, said, hey, here's all the things we don't like on this agreement. We want to sit down and talk about it. And NASCAR said, basically, pound sand, here's where we've already made these concessions, and you need to sign this agreement because we got to get this wrapped up. So that's basically, it's really good. It's definitely worth reading. So I would highly suggest that you Google it and definitely look at it. But that's really where we're at right now. I don't know if there's been a decision on the date for the
new injunction.
Yes, I don't know if there's a new date for that yet.
I don't know. No, they're probably waiting.
They'll probably NASCAR will probably get like a week extension.
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
let's be honest. For those, obviously, you probably
week
heard
should be good.
There was a massive hurricane that hit the Central Florida area. So there's people still without power. A lot of people still without
a
power.
lot of people.
A lot of people. I mean, shoot, me and Matt didn't get power back until 2 or 3 days after.
3 days.
I didn't get internet till yesterday. We were talking about doing the podcast. We were trying to figure out where we're going to do the podcast because
Yeah.
I had no internet.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a little hectic. So honestly, NASCAR they need an extension on that one. I'm not one to defend them, but they probably do need it.
Yep.
Another news: Eric Jones, crew chief, has been fired.
Yeah. Well,
Really?
let
I
go,
didn't
but
know that.
fired, basically. I mean,
Same difference.
I didn't see who they announced as the interim or
It was
future
their,
crew chief.
I think it was
but-
the car chief or
Yeah.
something. A natural kind of step up.
Yep.
There, RFK, Matt. This one's for you.
This is a good one.
Had their roof rails missing at the end of the Talladega race last
They're
weekend.
fine. They didn't need them.
So I saw Brad addressed it, but I didn't hear what
What
he
did he
said.
say?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
It was an
I
interview
missed
with
it.
Bob or something like that today.
What's interesting
when
is
NASCAR
it was
throws-
both RFK cars.
When NASCAR throws these kind of random parts at you, they can't all be secure all the time.
Everybody else figured it out.
things happen. That's all I could say. Let's let them figure it out first.
There is no doubt they figured out how to make them things fly away.
No, I don't think so.
My question is, where do they
Where
go?
are they?
Yeah.
They're
Be
inside.
a great souvenir.
They're
They're all
inside.
in
Unless
the
they get
boulevard.
impaled and you like,
No, they're probably all on
They're in
one
the
of the 28
boulevard.
cars that was in the wreck.
I was gonna say you could say, oh, if you need a caution, just
Wait, is that why Logano
maybe.
wrecked the whole field, hitting Brad and everything was because
It's just
Roval
not
hit
okay.
Logano's car?
Look,
there's
It's just not okay because they could have flipped, and that's not okay.
I can't take you serious.
Oh my gosh, this guy out here just
No.
spitting facts.
They must have done something in simulation or wind tunnel that said you don't want this.
Maybe.
Brad finished what, second?
He couldn't be first.
Cheater, bro. He should have been. How did he not get DQ'd for losing those roof rails?
Good, man.
NASCAR's we didn't see it.
Probably not. The way things are
I
going.
was
Went through
actually.
inspection like,
see
it's
it.
fine.
I'll be 100%. I was running race control last week.
It's all making sense.
maxed out
Brad,
his
Brad,
credit
you're
card.
good. Drop the roofer.
Doing it.
Dude, what is this, like a spy movie where he just like pulls out a panel and just like boop?
He just punches the roof
launches
and it
up.
just flies off.
We need a caution. Release the panel.
He might have like one screw up there and just.
Up there with his DeWalt, like while he's driving.
That would be kind of
It
funny.
was interesting that they both lost them.
It's weird that it was both. That's where it's like,
Yeah, and what's up
On
with Denny
both
Hamlin not
cars.
owning, like minding his own business? Like, shut up.
Right,
Shut
he
your
threw him
mouth.
right under the bus. No, nobody talked about this.
Yeah, shut
Denny
your
Hamlin's
mouth.
like, what about RFK? Yeah. Ooh.
yeah, nobody
This
knew
guy.
anything about
See,
it.
Hey, Brad should get his own podcast and defend himself.
he doesn't need one. He's got so much money.
No, he just can't. He's cheating.
He's not even cheating.
That's why Denny Hamlin sucks now.
He's
'cause he can't talk
allegedly
about his
cheating.
He
cheating.
can't cheat.
Allegedly.
He tried to cheat once, and it just took like 75,000 points away from him.
Yeah. So in other news, the DVP policy changed to match how NASCAR executed the policy at Dega.
Yep.
Garbage. So garbage calls.
So
all
this
of it.
is so much drama.
They
NASCAR
need to
says
fix
after Michigan, NASCAR says, okay, the DVP is not working. We're going to look at it at the end of the year and make a new plan.
Yep.
And then they come back, or they're going to look at it in the offseason. They come back to Talladega and completely change the rule and tell nobody.
Yep.
None of the teams
Not
knew
a
about
single
it.
person.
typical NASCAR.
And this is typical NASCAR. We're in the playoffs. Pressure's high.
Change the rules.
Stakes are all out. Like you're just.
It's a super
the
speedway.
rule.
Anyone can lock in.
We're changing the rules for the rest of the year. Like I don't
get
know.
it, man.
It
I'm
makes
tired
it
of
fun to
thinking
watch.
about it. To be honest, I'm tired of thinking about it.
It's like what's like that phrase where you just kind of laugh. Like it's just.
You have to laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah, something like that. Like, just there's no point in getting mad. It's just funny at this point.
It's just funny.
It's ridiculous if you ask me, but who am I to judge? I'm not NASCAR. All right, so moving on to
The first rumor is old news.
Oh yeah, that is okay. So first rumor is ignore that one. Second
They
rumor.
can't see it.
I know they can't, Jake. It was a joke. My humor
Well,
is
now
so
I don't want to
unappreciated.
ignore it.
Junior interested in the track house, looking at a track house.
That's
Yes.
a rumor. That is one we heard.
It is still a rumor. If it makes you feel better. All right, another one is.
It is until Jail Junior says no.
The other one is we have heard through the grapevine.
This isn't really a rumor. This is like pretty good source.
Yeah, honestly, it is. That Priest might be going to RFK.
Not might be. He has been fitted for a seat.
I'm trying to, be a little.
Rumor
want-
has it he's been fitted for a seat at RFK
This is rumor,
facilities.
but it
We saw
sounds-
the seat. No,
I
sat in the
sat in the seat.
Matt fit. They're the same size. No.
There's no way.
There's no way Ryan Priest is as big as me.
Not a chance.
There's no way.
No.
SVG maybe.
We did have a source tell us that, and it's a solid one, that Ryan Priest will be going to RFK. I don't know what the deal is. Are they leasing a charter from Rick Ware? You can't run an open team, man. It's not profitable.
You can always run an open team.
Ryan Priest don't bring that kind of money.
You money.
So I think either they're
Might
buying
as well
one.
be Ryan Trump.
Are they?
Just money on his forehead.
All right,
That's
I'm
all this guy.
Oh, that's for it.
moving on. What's next?
Oh
Money
my
on the
gosh.
black eyes.
Ryan Priest RFK 25. Put it in the book.
That's a pretty good rumor, though. All right, moving on to our Drafty Car question of the week. If you guys want to check out some fun mobile game, definitely check out Drafty Car.
Hey, real quick before you go to the question, how y'all doing in Drafty Car?
Still about the same place. I'm still mostly in trucks. ARCA Championship. I just do the ARCA races just for fun now. But I'm running, I think, top 3 in the series for trucks right now.
I'm not in debt anymore.
I'm about to pull a Justin Allgaier and be a Xfinity Series lifer.
I was
here
gonna
like
pull.
Matt
I was
Crafton.
gonna be a Matt. Yeah, I was just gonna say Matt Crafton and be a Truck Series regular. Yep.
That's
Oh,
fine.
Oh boy,
my
trucks!
God,
I
that
love
is funny.
trucks.
Man, these radio comms are really realistic. What the?
I'm in the cup now, and it's like, man, it is records. Like I either win or I get wrecked. Like I'm
Just
like,
like all your drivers.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is our question of the week brought to you by Drafty Car. The question is, hey, can you explain how the point system works? How for the noobs listening like me, can you explain to me how it works?
No, we don't know either.
I'm gonna be honest.
Who asked that? Who asked that?
Robert G.
Robert.
RG in the YouTube chat.
So I will say this. We'll go ahead and explain it. But if you want another good way, They do go over it in the Netflix series, and they do a pretty good job of explaining it. Where
They
all the
really
drivers
do.
talk
Yeah,
about-
yeah.
So that's another good
if
way.
you haven't seen that, actually, because Robert's a new fan. If you haven't seen the what is it?
Full throttle or full speed?
Full speed.
Full
Full
speed
Speed.
on Netflix, incredible.
It's amazing. I just watched it again. It's awesome.
That's really
Basically, the way the points work is if you win a race, you get 5 points. If you win a stage, you get 1 point, and then you also get that. Those are bonus points that go to the playoffs, right? Every race, there's 40 points on the table for the winner. Second place gets 35, and then everybody below there goes all the way down to 1, right? Because there's 36 cars in the field, or 40 actually, but typically 36. Everybody from 36 on back gets 1. It's so complicated.
I was gonna say we're not helping.
We have barely even started. So if you win a race, you get 5 bonus points. So when the playoffs start, which is after Daytona, typically Darlington this year, the 10 race playoff, however many wins and stages you have throughout the year, plus based off of where you finished in the regular season, they take all your playoff points. They are accumulated into one number, and then that is what you start each round with. So what you see like this week with Kyle Larson being plus 33 points, that is from all his wins and stage wins and regular season finishing position, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the way the playoffs work is they start with 16, and after 3 races, they eliminate the bottom 4 guys in points. If you win, you automatically advance. If you win in the regular season, you automatically get a playoff berth. So every 3 races, they eliminate the bottom 4. Unless you win, you could be last in points. You can still get in.
Yep.
As long as you're part of the 16 driver playoff field or 12 or 8, depending on these rounds as we go down. So you start with 16, 3 races, go to 12, 3 races, go to 8, 3 more races, you're down to 4. They race at Phoenix for a championship. That's how it
And
goes.
each round, the points reset to where they were at the beginning.
Yes.
But then you also accumulate
bonus
any
points.
stage wins or wins that you
So the
accumulate
5
during that
points
round.
Larson got today and the 1 point Alex Bowman got today will be added to their total playoff point category for next week.
Right.
Yeah.
Next
when it resets,
round.
when it resets.
Yep.
Yep.
It
is very
It's a
complicated.
little complicated.
I
without
enjoy
a
it, but it
visual.
is I want to say it's overly complicated to explain,
but once you
but
get
it's
it,
kind of necessarily overcomplicated because like you said once you understand it, then you're like, "Oh, yeah, it's good. I'm
yeah.
down."
Yeah.
But it is
If you go
hard
watch-
to get in.
If you go watch the series or even go on like NASCAR's website or go to Google Images or something like that, and you can see a visual of it, and it'll make a little bit more sense when you
Yes.
see it,
Yes.
as opposed to just hearing people talk about it, because it gets a little convoluted.
I think what makes it complicated is there is literally no other sport that has a points format like this. But once you understand it, it's easy. And TV does a great job of updating the playoff point standings. NBC was
In real
killing
time.
today in
Yeah.
real time, position by position, where the playoff field is stacked. So
It's the same way that when you see your driver change position, like just throughout the race, they change it just as fast for the playoff points, which is really cool.
that's like
So-
we don't really track that because you're going to be able to rely on NBC to as the race starts getting close, you can see what the playoff picture looks like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in stage 1 and 2, because they're going to add the stage points and everything
Yes.
like this. That gets really confusing because like Denny Hamlin was like minus 8 or 9 in stage 1, but by the time stage 2 came around, he was like plus 20.
I still don't understand that.
I don't either, but something.
Yeah, that was annoying.
There's something about with Larson.
I had hope.
When Larson took the lead, all of a sudden Denny Hamlin was like plus like 20 points.
It was kind of weird.
I don't know. That's where it is really complicated, and it probably makes sense. But like watching, you're like, he was out and now he's plus 20. What happened?
Yeah, it wasn't like he was like 1 or 2 points. It was a massive
I think
swing.
it's because
I think he
they
stayed
count
out
the
or
leader
something.
as like an autumn, like
Yes.
they automatically advance to the next round.
They do.
So they don't. It doesn't really
Yeah.
account for that, I guess.
And
So-
that's also where it gets
But
weird is
it
when you
gets
have
weird,
someone
yeah.
that maybe isn't in the playoffs that wins, that can also shake things up too.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I would encourage
weird.
you basically.
You know what it
Oh
was?
wait, I think we must have misunderstood RG's question.
Oh, no.
I think I know what it
Well,
was.
if you were ever
The
wondering,
Denny Hamlin thing. Remember Tyler Reddick was in the lead? Having Tyler Reddick in the lead.
He wasn't in the lead. It was SVG.
No, it was Tyler Reddick at the end of the race.
Oh, maybe.
At the
maybe.
end of the stage.
RG, can
Maybe.
you clarify
So
your
Tyler Reddick
question,
being up there dropped Hamlin out.
if you don't mind? Because I based on the way it read here, maybe
I don't
he
know
meant
what other
maybe
point
he meant
system.
the point system in general.
Maybe. Maybe he
But-
meant our playoffs, our fantasy league.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Well, our fantasy league pretty much mirrors.
It's
Pretty
very, very
close.
Very
similar.
similar.
It's extremely similar to.
We have a mixture of how
that.
the owner's points works and the driver points. It's a mixture of both.
We
and
do?
like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's
well, you operate as an owner, but you collect driver points.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got you.
It's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
And
sir.
we do have the best fantasy league. If we ever made that thing public, it would make millions.
yeah. It's been refined over.
Yeah.
We're still
lot
trying to
of
figure out
seasons.
how
Over lots
to
of
how to
arguments.
automate it a little bit more because right now it's a
Fantasy
lot
league
of math.
was.
I got a
Fantasy
quote.
league was
Oh, really?
around.
$5,000.
That's it. I actually
Yeah.
expected it to be higher than that. Okay.
Yeah,
$5
fantasy
grand.
league's been
$5,000
around way
to get
before
to
this.
have somebody code it and program it. $5,000.
I thought it was $5.
Oh,
No,
No,
five.
no,
It's
five-
not
for,
worth
not
it.
for
Yeah.
not for this.
It's not
No.
worth it.
I can do that in my office.
what season is this? 7, 8?
No.
It was before you and Minuet were married, right?
No, we were married. Because
How long y'all been married?
what is it? 18, 19, 20. 7 years.
Wait, what?
Seven. It'll be 8 in March.
Okay, so about we can call it 8 years, but yeah, this has been around since way before this show was even thought of. You know, it's been refined over a very long time. I like the way we do it now as opposed to the way we used to do it.
Is he talking about the points when we rate it? When we rate a race?
That's purely off of just gut.
About my race.
That
rating.
is a 1 to 10. How much did I enjoy it? What was I missing?
Just your gut feeling.
Yeah.
What
this
did
felt
the
like a
race
5.
have? Didn't have?
I'm gonna be honest. For me, it's entertaining. Like I don't look at it as much of like a good race, more as on a scale of 1 to 10, did I enjoy it?
Yeah.
I would say this one was more or less entertaining, but it was entertaining because of the point system.
Agreed.
The race wasn't
The
entertaining
race was
at all.
not.
But the point
Yeah.
system made it entertaining, and I think that's what NASCAR's goal is with the formula, the playoff formula.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Because
playoff
you can
storyline.
have boring races and still make it exciting with announcers and numbers. You know,
Yeah.
that's just everyone kind of jumps.
So
in.
so you do
stop
it based.
messing with us like that. We got really worried there for a second.
What is happening?
I don't
All
know.
right, we're
Archie's
done.
trolling.
Anyway,
That's it.
done
No
with
more
this question.
questions.
Well, that was the drafty car question of the week.
Thanks.
So how do you
But
do
yeah.
your points rating?
It's
Entertainment?
1 to 10 on how much I enjoyed the race.
Okay, Matt,
Enjoyed watching.
Gut feeling.
Jeff.
Nah, mine's 50% entertainment. I also take what kind of tracks into account. You know,
Okay.
what,
You
what
actually
is
put thought
typically
into it.
what's typically expected from a racetrack like that. You
Yeah.
know, so I kind of adjust my rating based off of that. You know what I mean?
I'm
So-
kind of similar. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is what could be offered.
Yeah.
Like, here's all the opportunities. Here's all the things. Like close battle for the lead, or like 4 wide at Talladega. Like things that maybe don't like. To me, I'm like, okay, here's my checklist. How many things did I check off
Speaking
on my
about
checklist?
that, how are we so off with the Talladega? It seemed like everyone did not like it, and we
Well,
loved it.
I think a lot of the controversy did kind of kill it. And to be fair, I will say one of the big
Whatever.
things that
I thought it was exciting.
that we have a problem with is because we go live almost immediately.
Hey, running 193 4 wide, I guess, just isn't exciting.
In the wise words of Kyle Busch.
Because you're in the 4th, 5th row, nowhere to go. Of course, you're running 40%, 50% throttle. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's
The
traffic.
leaders weren't running
In-
part
in-
throttle.
Look,
I don't drive in traffic that fast. If it's
Bro,
4
like,
wide on I-4,
in the
I'm not
famous
doing
words,
190.
In the famous words of Kyle Busch, if you don't like that kind of racing, don't watch.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Don't watch.
Yep.
yes, the end when everybody in the field is going all out. Yes, it's very difficult to get a third line. I would agree, 100%. But I would rather watch 4 wide fuel saving than 150 laps of single file freight train against the wall,
Yeah, it's
waiting
not
for the end
fun.
of the race. I have been to
Yep.
both. I have seen, 30 plate, 40 plate races in my life. No,
Probably.
more than that. It's got to be 50s and 60s. I have seen it all. I would much rather watch this. It's much more exciting. It's fun. Like the fuel saving, everything. It's much better than watching everybody go
Agreed.
choo-choo train around the top of the racetrack in a single file line. Because guess what? They're saving fuel doing that too.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuel save, single wide, fuel save, 4 wide. Yeah, it's pretty friggin' easy which one I'm going to pick. Jesus, man.
You good? You good? You got
Nah,
that off?
I'm like freaking pissed reading all the people crying and complaining about the race last week, and I'm like, dude, or not last week, I guess. Was it? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
last
it
week.
was last week.
Dude,
It's been a
whatever.
long week.
I would agree with JFB. The Xfinity and even the truck races. I love the truck race.
Yeah,
Talladega
what's
and
happened
Daytona.
since last week?
A lot. It's been a very busy week for us.
Would you say it's been 2 weeks because of the hurricane?
Yep. Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been a long week, everybody.
Yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks.
So if you like fuel saving single file at super speedway, screw you.
Wow.
I don't want that back. But they
Anyway.
should fix it so we can actually race the last 20 laps.
All right, so you guys, we are going to where is it next week?
Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yep.
Kuzman's going to be there, right?
Yeah.
Kuzman's going to
Yeah.
be there. Yep. Ryan. So
Awesome, man. Have fun, dude.
definitely let
We're
us
going
know
to
how
have feet
it
on
is.
the ground.
So,
I think he got garage
He's going to
passes
be in
too.
the,
which
He
is-
he's
did.
gonna be in the
Garage.
trenches.
That's
yep,
cool,
He got
man.
garage
Got some
passes.
garage passes.
So that'll be cool.
For what race? Is it for the Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go to the others?
Yeah,
you should
typically
go
if you have
see- you should
Cup.
go
I think
I think
he
he has a neon garage pass, which I think is pretty much mostly.
Go
I
check
don't
out
know.
the
We're not
D-
that familiar with Las
The
Vegas.
DGM crew. Go say hi.
Yeah. So
I loved what he had to say. He's like, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna buy some RFK merch and then have it customized where it says Ryan effing Kuzman. That's so funny, bro.
that's
Straight
oh,
money.
that's
hilarious.
epic, dude.
Yeah. All right. So you guys have anything you want to say before we start wrapping things up? Anything we want to hit?
Yeah, we should run the oval next year at Charlotte.
I don't disagree with that statement at all.
I think
actually.
we are, at least for one race.
I am
Well-
kind of excited for like a legitimate 4 race straight up. Let's finish this year and get a real championship. And because I feel like the 8 drivers that are in are all pretty legit.
They aren't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
They're very
It's
consistent.
a this is probably the best 8 guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
especially the last quarter of the year. You
No,
know,
for sure.
Yep.
I think so.
Exciting stuff, man.
So all right, he very well could.
Bells.
hey,
going
would you
Las
say
Vegas.
Gonna win it.
for 5 races till Daytona?
5 races till Daytona.
We start the countdown today. All right, y'all. It has been a good time. We've had fun with y'all. We like, share, subscribe all the videos.
Discord.
Yes.
Yep.
Check
Join
out
the
Discord.
Discord.
We're always chatting in there, sending memes, sending news, all kinds of stuff throughout the week. So definitely
Talking
get on
smack.
there. Talking
Yep.
smack.
Community for race fans by race fans.
Come bully Jake.
All right, guys.
on,
We'll
man.
see y'all next week. Take it easy, y'all.
Gonna get